Mike Tirico along with Greg Olson. That is Jake Elliott getting this one started. Off we go through the rain here in South Philly. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. On the ground for the first time, this is Alvin Kamara. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be second down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3 at the 35-yard line.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. Rolling to the left. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line. That is a big gainer for the Saints. And even 30 yards.
How about that for your first catch of the game? I mean, to be able to attack the defense with your very first grab really sets things up nicely for the rest of the game. So defensively, they need to tighten up a little bit on the back end. Because I promise you, that's not going to be the last time they call his number.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
2nd and 10. On the give, this is Kamara. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Going to lose a yard.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
3rd and long. Now they'll set up to throw. His pass taken in by Shaheed. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. And now they got a 4th down decision to make.
He has to drive this through the rain, but he does. The kick is good. And the Saints are out to an early 3-0 lead. Points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. This taken just shy of the goal line. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there.
Their own 25-yard line.
Set.
Throwing to begin. It's Hurts. That's complete to his big tight end, Dallas Scott. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 8.
Good. Trimmer.
Now Hurts will call his own number. No dice there. He is met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
So it's just a simple read, but it's really well defended. They had both the give and the pull reads both accounted for, and the play ends up going nowhere.
A tough spot here. 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Back to the sideline and intercepted. Picked off by Quincy Riley.
Well, that's the fast start they talked about all week, Mike. You come out, you take the immediate lead with your opening drive. Your defense goes out there, they force a turnover early. All these plays allow you to just keep stacking momentum early in this ballgame. This game is far from over, but anytime you get out to a start like this, it is a lot harder for your opponent to battle back.
Here we go. Let's go.
They'll run on 1st down with Kamara. He'll work this ahead for 2, maybe 3. Smile London is there on the stop. From 29. Here's 2nd and 6. He'll look to throw. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up 3rd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds down at the 15-yard line. That is a gain of 15 halfway there as he's down at the 15. Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. They're going to motion the tight end over here. Here's a screen coming for Kamara. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play.
We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
Ready up.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. They'll look to throw again. Shaheed with the catch. And he's going to be close to the 1st down. Out of bounds just a little short. Need to pick it up on 3rd down.
It's pretty evident, Mike, when a quarterback and his wide receiver are operating on the exact same page. The anticipation, the timing, the accuracy of both the route and the ball. And when they're working together like this, that's the definition of teach tape.
And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
And the defense knew they had to be ready for anything here on 3rd and short. They decided to put the ball in the air, and they might have been better off keeping that ball on the ground because that defense was ready for it, and they were all over it.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They'll go with the sneak. And he'll fight forward. Doesn't get a hold up, but he got what he needed. It is 1st and goal coming up.
I love this call, Mike. You're basically asking yourself, can your offense beat this defense? And they know exactly what play is coming. And I'll tell you the answer, it's an emphatic yes. They run the quarterback sneak right up the gut, and they turn 4th down into a 1st.
Kamara. Trying to create some space, but will not find much. He'll get a yard. They'll mark it at the 3.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Back to throw. His throw out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
There isn't much room for error when operating inside the red zone. The field is really condensed. Those throwing windows become a lot tighter and forces your quarterback to make some really highly contested throws. And as we just saw, those aren't always going to go your way.
On third down, they'll run. And here comes the reverse. And he's so close to breaking the play, but the official's going to come in and mark him short. So now it's fourth down.
And I really like the play call, especially given this situation. But remember, these defensive players, they get paid too. So even though it's maybe something they weren't necessarily prepared all week to defend, they got the stop before he was able to score.
So just a lone field goal in the first quarter of play. 3-0 is our score. And we're back in Philly in a moment. It's the Saints with the football here as quarter 2 begins. As they think about what they want to do here on 4th and goal.
Okay, ready? Set. 76. Shut up.
Now movement up front is a big decision coming from the officials. Who's the penalty on? Eddie Pinheiro going to come on to try a field goal now. This about as short as you can get. Oh, he missed it from short range. A bad miss. It's no good. And this will stay a 3-point game.
And this is where playing in the elements can really become a problem. These kickers practice all year in pretty much ideal conditions. So sometimes you got to approach these kicks a little bit different. He's just unable to connect.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10.
Great.
First carry for Saquon Barkley. Finding room at the 35. And finally, they'll bring him down, but he's up beyond the 45-yard line. A gain there of 27 yards.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
Once again, it's Barkley. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Good run after a good run. This one for 14 yards and another first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense. Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 5. Quick throw, the RPO to Goddard. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line. A 19-yard pickup there. First down, Philadelphia.
Oftentimes in the NFL, Mike, blitzing a good quarterback can kind of be feast or famine, because what you do is you actually speed up their process of identifying the open target. So in this case, it's an underneath safety outlet, but the reason he went there so fast is because he was triggered to that target from the blitz.
This one caught at the 4. And he's in. What a try. Touchdown, Eagles.
And This is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. On the return, it's Rashid Shaheed. Get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
They'll start this one on the ground with Kamara. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 22-yard line.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw. This one complete to Bateman. And he'll be stopped short of the first down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
A gain of 11 on that one. It's good for a Saints first down. Out of the gun, here's a give to Kamara. And he is planted. Backfield. Defenders crashing through. Blow up that play behind the line.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. He'll drop to throw. Thrown into a sea of bodies, but it's complete. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. A pickup there of 25 yards. First down, New Orleans.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up 2nd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Quick throw here is complete. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 7-3 is the score. 2 minutes to play in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia right after this. Here's 3rd and 2. He'll try and run for this with Kamara. And he'll take it down to the 22, but they've got it. That's enough for the first down.
Gain of 6.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Incredible! That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a 1st down.
And that's what you call being fearless, going over the middle. That's not everybody's cup of tea in this league, Mike. Some guys love to operate outside the numbers, and some guys understand their role is in the middle of the field, and not only to make that catch,
and he will take this one across into the end zone. Alvin Kamara, touchdown Saints. It's his 4th rushing touchdown of the year.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and it's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
Before he gets out on defense, here is Justin Reed to kick this one away. Now, here comes a return from the 9. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Hurts. That's caught. Saquon Barkley. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line.
It's a gain of 16 yards. And the Eagles 1st down.
Hurts to the air on 1st down. A short throw taken in by Goddard. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
63, 180, 180. Hey.
A shotgun snap now to Hurts. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10.
Good-looking drive rolls on 18 more yards. Again, Hurts. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least it stops the clock, catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
To the air again, Hurts. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
All right, so the ball falls incomplete, but I think what it does now, Mike, is it allows you to stop the clock, get in the huddle, take a deep breath, and now your play caller has to give you the best play. Go get points here before the half and try to build something going into halftime.
Hey, 73, 73.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. That'll be caught left side. It's Goddard. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down marker. So the Eagles will use their first timeout here. They'll stop the clock at 24 seconds to go until halftime. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to line up and go for it on 4th down. Now he'll work his way out right. This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on down.
Yeah, so I think, Mike, this is one of those decisions where the conditions and the elements definitely come into play. I think in a normal day of clear weather, this coach makes a different decision in this situation. But here, I can totally understand why he decided to be aggressive and go for it on fourth down.
He's taken down just shy of midfield. So now the Saints will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in the opening half. To the air now on 1st and 10. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
That's over the middle and intercepted. He's going to give his guys a short field to work with and a chance to take the lead.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
Could not ask for more from that first half. All even as we begin quarter number 3. This field in at about the 9. They'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop.
At their own 22-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. He'll get this complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
It's a gain of 7.
2nd down and 3.
At the 29-yard line.
Throwing is Hurts. Right back to Brown. He's got it again. He is knocked down hard. Wow, they stopped him in his tracks, but he does have enough to pick up the 1st down.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
Hurts looking to throw on 1st down. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete.
Initially, a nice job by the receiver. He actually was open downfield. He was able to get behind the defense, but the window closed up so quickly they couldn't get the ball to him. Prevents the big play.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Hurts again. Throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in. He's going nowhere. Losing yardage on that play.
35-yard line.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league, and it results in a negative play.
3rd and long for Hurts. He's got his man. It's Smith. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. First time they've looked his way all game long when he comes through with the grab and a 1st down.
Great, set.
They'll run straight ahead with Barkley. Oh, he takes a really good lick in the backfield. They were all over him defensively for that run.
We don't give these big guys enough credit, Mike, just how fast these defensive tackles really are. Here he uses his speed to break through, take the back down for a loss.
No touch, sir. No touch.
On second down, Hurts. Headed left, buying time. To the sideline, and what a kick, and what a great job to keep the feet alive. Inbounds as good as you can do it. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
Great, set. No touch.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw, and maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
Great, set. No touch.
Now Jalen Hurts on second down. That's a short one, caught by Goddard. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down.
Great, set. Hey, let's go. No touch.
Hurts will try it again. This one's just too far for the receiver. Out in front of him. That one falls incomplete. On fourth down, here comes Jake Elliott for the Philadelphia field goal. This a 42-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Eagles going to take the lead. It's now 13-10.
Job number one on this drive, find a way to get the lead. They, of course, would have loved to score a touchdown, Mike. But 3 points here, that's a pretty good consolation prize as it moves him out in front.
On the return is Trey Palmer. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. In trouble, and down he goes.
They just have to be better on first down. They've got to find a way to continue to operate ahead of the sticks, and I don't mind throwing it on first down. That is the best down in football to attempt a pass, but if they don't protect the passer, none of it's going to matter.
That's why I never ask for help. I do it for you and do it for myself. I go 0 to 1.
Got you, ready?
He'll drop to throw. That's to the right side and incomplete.
We see this time and time again in the NFL. If you want to play quarterback at this level, you better figure out a way to be able to bounce back following a bad throw, a bad series, a bad game. And in this case, he's got to bounce back from a pick on the last drive, and he's got to find himself some easy completions and settle himself back into this one.
Throwing now on third and long, and that is incomplete.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that first down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up fourth down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
On fourth down, they'll turn to Ryan Stonehouse here to punt, as he'll take this a yard or two into his own end zone. And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football.
No touch. Hey, easy. 63, back. No touch.
A first down throw for Hurts. This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Dallas Goddard, that time. It's second down.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
No touch up. 180, 180. No touch.
A second down throw for Hurts. That's taken in right side by Goddard. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
Brings up third.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
And we'll go right back to Goddard. He's got it again. He gets free. And he will score. Dallas Goddard. Touchdown, Philadelphia. That is second TD catch of the season. Elliott on now for the PAT. It's up and good. And the Eagles will extend this third quarter lead. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Shaheed now to return it. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
And this is really just more of the same that we saw in the first half. They have made it a huge struggle in the passing game. I mean, just no easy completions, no open space. Every single ball has been contested, and they've done a great job all day.
And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up third and 5.
Third down, they need 5. Out of the gun, he'll throw. He's got his man, that's Olave. Just his first catch. They have held him in check so far, but that one gives him a first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. 13 pretty lucky here. Back-to-back gains of 13. And another first down.
First down, New Orleans.
Back to the air one more time. That is intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Reed Blankenship. And the Eagles are going to get the ball to start the second quarter as time expires here in the first. So, 3 quarters now in the books. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports.
Great. No touch.
On play action, Hurts. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Devontae Smith, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up second down.
So while they fail to connect on this one, I don't really blame him for continuing to give his guy a shot in tight coverage. When you have someone as special as he is, you can't only throw him the ball when he's open. It's just not going to be enough opportunities. There's not going to be enough volume. So every now and then, there is a calculated risk where even if it's not the ideal window or situation, you've got to give a guy like him as many chances at the ball as you can.
It is a big play for the Eagles. 35 yards.
Great.
On first down, it's Hurts. Set up the screen, out wide, it's Brown. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
In a lot of offenses, Mike, these quick passes to the wide receivers really fall under the run category. Of course, they're going to go down as a forward pass, but to a lot of offensive coordinators in the league, it's a lot easier to pick up first and second down yardage on these quicks than it is to turn around and hand it off to your running back and count on blocking everybody.
And he's in! A.J. Brown. Touchdown, Eagles. It's his 3rd touchdown of the year. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
The extra point by Elliott is good. And the Eagles will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. And that kick goes out of bounds right away, and that is a big mistake because that ball is going to be marked beyond the 40-yard line.
Okay, ready?
Now, faking the give. Oh, the ball comes out. That'll be picked up by the Eagles. And he is going to bring this one back. It is a fumble recovery for a defensive touchdown. And Greg, you talked about it all week. Not just stop him with the defense, but make impact plays, and that is as big a play as you can ask for.
Yeah, and across the league, Mike, this continues to be a huge point of emphasis. Every defensive coach starts practice with takeaway circuits. How can we find ways to take the ball away? In this case, they forced the fumble, scoop, score, 6 points.
From his own end zone, Rashid Shaheed. And he goes nowhere. Buried back at the 15-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Open man is beaten. He's got him. And he's taken down up past the 35. Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive. Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. The man down the field. It's Olave. They're going to work this down inside the 45. The first-round pick looking right at home in this offense. It's a first down. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. This one complete to Bateman. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
16 more yards. Saints, first down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard.
They'll look to throw yet again. A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable?
And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Brown. So they're going to have it at their own 20-yard line.
Intercepted. take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Count up, Yeti. Great. Set. Trimmer. Count up, Yeti. Hey, 73, 70.
On first and 10, it's Hurts. That'll be caught along the sideline. Good work, Benz. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down. Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for first and 10. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
Yeti. Hey, Silver. Hey, easy, 63, back.
A shotgun snap now to Hurts. Flush to his right. That's out to Brown, right side, complete. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down. 2 first downs, and they are at the 46 now. It's first and 10. Hurts again. That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
How often do we see teams kind of nurse these big leads, Mike, especially as the game unfolds? They turn to the ground game. They try to slow everything down. Well, not this offense. They refuse to take their foot off the gas. They're still mining for explosive plays, and frankly, with the way today's gone, I don't blame them.
They run out of the gun with Barkley, and they'll only manage to pick up 3 yards, and that leads to third down.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
From the shotgun, it's Hurts. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively, and it sets up 4th down. So the drive ends, and on comes Jordan Stout to kick it away. Rashid Shaheed back to return this one. And no return. How good is that? Backs him up all the way to the 2. Right away, they'll set up to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
Throw here, right side, falls incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end.
And the pressure too great. He's sacked in the end zone. That's a safety. So first the decision to throw down here backed up near your own goal line. And the defense gets to the quarterback, sacking him, Greg, in the end zone for a safety.
Mike, anytime you're willing to call a pass backed up this deep in your side of the field, you have to trust that your quarterback is going to have the clock in his head to get the ball out of his hand. In this case, he holds on to it too long. The defense is able to get to him in the end zone, and it results in the safety.
They'll stop it here. We have an injured Saint on the play.
Great. Set. On anyone, huh? No touch.
Off the play fake. Hurts. Firing right side. Brought in by Brown. Still on his feet. A.J. Brown. And he's going to take this all the way to the house. 77 yards. Touchdown, Philadelphia. We might need a calculator before this one is done. It has been one-sided, and the route rolls on, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike, and they just keep piling on the points. I mean, this offensive play caller, he's saying it's never enough. I'm going to try to score with every possession, and we've seen him do that all game long.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Shaheed now to return it. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. And he's not going to get too far. Tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
Rashad Bateman, the intended target. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now they'll set up to throw. And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there. And they force 4th down.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
That's going to be caught. And he's not going to get away. They got him right down after the catch. Great rally to the ball to force a turnover on down.
Let's go. 60 by.
Hurts using the pop pass. And he will have the 1st down. Even with 3 timeouts on the other side, they're going to be able to run this baby all the way down.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
So they move inside the 20. 1st and 10 at the 18. On play action, here's Hurts. Well covered on the sideline, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonas Sanker. Oh, big hole left side. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, New Orleans.
You know, it always amazes me, Mike, that these guys have all this energy, that following a long return like that then they can get into these big, elaborate celebrations. But listen, I don't blame them. You're a defensive guy. You don't get the ball in your hands very often. When you score, man, you better make the most of it.
Before he gets out on defense, here is Justin Reed to kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Great, set.
Now Hurts going to run this one himself. And he maneuvers his way forward, a gain of 6.
And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
Play action. Here's Hurts. Reaching for it, the tight end couldn't bring it in. It's incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
180.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. Oh, the blitz gets there quickly, and down he goes. So now the Saints will use the first of their 3 timeouts. Stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Here comes the Eagles punt team. And he's on to punt for just the second time in this game. And not the greatest of results here. This is going to hit in the field of play and continue out of bounds. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll look to throw. He lets one go. Looking for Shaheed. And this will be incomplete. 2nd and 10. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws.
And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Reed Blankenship. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
And he will be taken down. We'll see if they want to use those timeouts. This one is about done. So it's a win here for the Eagles. It was a game played in a driving rainstorm. They would not let the field or the conditions deter them in any way. Going to come away from here with a well-earned victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Eagles are winners, as we say, so long from South Philly.
Gotta pump my taste. Y'all can't talk about basic. We mighty more Power Ranger. Mine also dangerous. Y'all talk outrageous. Don't get caught in the matrix. Got that touch my savior. Give it that touch of my hater. Lyrics can't hear it no more. Stand up to the man, can't fear him no more. On the gram, don't feel it no more. You were driving a minute, but can't steer it no more. Riding away, but now you're chilling on shore. What's it used to being rich when your inside's poor? Is it this? What you don't want to see more? You want to see more, but you want to see sore. Life done slowed you down. Your body is acting up. Your mind is out of bounds. It's telling you pack it up. You shackle by thoughts and memories that's adding up. Like overseas. You feel alive like you can't have enough. You probably feel paralyzed if you ain't had a buck. You still feel paralyzed, the bucks attract. Friends is having kids, ain't adding up. What's the use of having a world with no love? What's the use of having a light with no plug? What's the use of ingredients with no sauce? What's the use of the physical with no source? We flared up, flared up, flared up, flared up. We flared up, flared up, flared up, flared up. We flared up, flared up, flared up, flared up. Hold up, y'all gotta